everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2000 movie Vulgar. This is an independent dark comedy movie about a down on his luck guy who is a clown, like for birthday parties and stuff, and he has a lot of bad things going on. He's always getting made fun of and ridiculed by people, and after some really crazy stuff happens to him, he finally gets a chance at fame when he saves a little girl who was being held hostage, and ends up getting his own TV show. But some people who had done some really terrible stuff to him earlier in the movie threatened to run his career and everything, so he's got to put up a big fight with them and everything before to be able to continue doing his career without it getting messed up from stuff that they were saying they were going to do to him. Now, this movie is really jacked up. There's a lot of stuff in here that is like really crazy, but it's a really good movie, and everything. It's directed by Brian Johnson, who also writes it, and produced by Kevin Smith, who through his QSQ Productions and everything. And a friend of mine had this and everything, and he gave it to me because he got a new copy of it, and I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I thought it was a weird movie, but it was also really good though. Brian O'Halloran from Clerks is in here. He plays the main character, and he's really good in this. I think this is probably the best performance of his that I've seen. He just was really great in here. And the rest of the cast is all really good too. Most of them are people that I kind of recognize. I think they're people that have worked with Kevin Smith before, but I just don't know by name. Besides Ethan Suplee, and Kevin Smith has a small part in this movie as the TV executive that gets him his show and everything, and he's pretty good in here too, but he looks really weird because he doesn't look like Kevin Smith and everything. I'm surprised that I really recognized him because he didn't have he had a little bit of facial hair, but he didn't have like the signature facial hair that Kevin Smith is known for, and his hair was all slicked back and stuff in here, so he looked really different. But it was really cool seeing him in it. And Jason Mewes has a small part in here too. Not for very long, but he's pretty good in here in the scenes he's in. Ethan Suplee plays one of the three guys that's giving this character a hard time, and he does a decent job too. But the movie is kind of depressing and everything in it, and brutal at some parts. There's like some parts that are really brutal and kind of make you cringe, but it's still a good movie though. It's really underrated, and everything. I'm glad I finally have seen this one, because I've been wanting to see it for a while now. I've had it for a couple months and just hadn't had a chance to watch it because I've been so busy with Star Wars, and before that the Christmas movies that I was watching. This one's really good. The cinematography is pretty good in here. It is a low budget movie and you can tell it, but that doesn't really bother me. These kind of indie movies from the 90s and early 2000s and stuff, that's one of the things I love about these type of movies, is how they feel and everything. Like, you can tell that this movie wasn't made on that much of a budget. I think when I looked it up, it said that it was only made on like a $25,000 budget or something like that. But it is a really good movie though, and it's definitely worth checking out. I don't think that it deserved all the critical hate that it got, because I know it did really bad with critics, and it didn't really deserve that and everything. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting and everything, and you can tell by the poster that it looks like it's going to be something that it's kind of not in a way. But I think that also kind of is cool though, because I like that it wasn't what I expected. Everything, I knew not to really expect it to be what I was expecting anyway because of my friend. But yeah, this was a really good time. I'm really glad I finally got to watch it. And I'd give Vulgar a 8.5 out of 10 because I thought it was a really good movie, a lot of fun, and, well, not really fun, but entertaining and engaging. I mean, I guess kind of like with Joker, the movie Joker. I love that movie, but I don't know that I'd necessarily say it's a fun movie, if that makes sense. It's kind of like that, except this one's just as brutal. Well, no, I don't know if... Yeah, I'd say this one's just as brutal as Joker in some ways. Although some of the stuff that happens in this is worse than stuff that happens in Joker. But, yeah, so I'd get, like I said, Vulgar is a really good movie if you haven't seen it, if you like indie movies, and if you're a fan of Kevin Smith and his crew and stuff, I definitely would recommend this movie, because it was pretty good and everything. It's worth seeing because of them and everything. But, yeah, so if you have seen Vulgar, let me know in the comments what you think of it. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
How do I turn you off?